Olay Pro X Professional Brush Cleansing System. So in this video, I'm basically going to do a PowerPoint breakdown between not really the pros and cons of each product, but the similarities and differences. So things like brush head size, how they charge, and things like that. After I run through that little presentation of the similarities and differences, then I'm going to talk a little bit more about my experience with both brush systems and kind of let you know my thoughts from there. So now for the breakdown. So first off, the Clarisonic comes in a variety of colors, and the Olay only comes in one color. This may not be an important point to some of you, but I thought I would point that out anyways. The Clarisonic is completely waterproof. The Olay is only water resistant. Clarisonic uses induction technology to charge, which means you will have to carry around a charger, and the Olay uses 2 AA batteries instead. Clarisonic has one speed, the Olay has two. There's a low and a high. The Clarisonic uses a sonic vibration. The Olay, on the other hand, uses oscillation, which basically means the brush head rotates in a circle. The Clarisonic comes with 3 different types of brush heads. This particular model, the Mia, only comes with 3 and it doesn't come with a body attachment. And the Olay only comes with 1 type of brush head. Clarisonic comes with a brush cap as well, and the Olay does not. Okay, so that was just a really quick breakdown of similarities and differences that I saw between these two systems. I will explain a little bit more in depth my personal thoughts on these. So obviously I mentioned the variety of colors. May not be a big deal to some of you, but for me to be able to choose a pink Clarisonic, it really made my day just because it makes your vanity so much better if you're using this every single day. Now the Clarisonic is 100% completely waterproof, and that is honestly my personal favorite thing about this because I can take it into the shower, I can take it in the bath, it's not going to ruin the system at all. And the reason why the Clarisonic is waterproof is because of the way it's charged. I mentioned that it's charged through induction technology. It's basically 2 magnets sticking together. Obviously you can see that there's no seams, and no seams means that no water is going to be able to get into this unit. The Olay, on the other hand, uses 2 AA batteries, obviously, that you have to insert into the system. So right here, you'll see a very faint line, and that's basically where you have to pop off this cap and insert the batteries. The reason why this is only water resistant. And my thought on that is the more you pop off the cap and the more you have to replace the batteries, the seal may start to wear on it, and eventually water is going to seep into that. So the Clarisonic only has 1 speed and the Olay has 2 speeds. This is Clarisonic. And Olay on low and on high. So now the main difference that differentiates these two systems is the way that the brush heads work. The Clarisonic works off of sonic vibration, almost like sonic pulses, and Olay works off of oscillation, which basically means that the brush head rotates. So I'll show you the brush heads again in action. So you'll see with the Clarisonic, you just see it vibrate very, very gently, and you'll actually see them on the Olay rotating. Now the reason why it's so different with the Clarisonic is with that sonic vibration, it's supposed to be kind of pulsing all the impurities out of your skin and bring them to the surface, and basically your skin is purging itself. If that's true, the reason why the Olay is different is because since it's just rotating back and forth, it's almost like you're using a floor polisher to buff your face. So it's just cleaning the external side of your face. I honestly prefer the way that the Olay feels on my face just because it feels like it's doing more work at cleansing my skin, whereas the Clarisonic, I'm basically just moving it around my face. And it doesn't really feel like it's doing anything. It does foam quite a bit more than the Olay, and the 2 cleansers that I was using, the one that I'm actually using now, is the Olay Exfoliating Renewal Cleanser. So when you buy both systems, they do come with a sample size tube of cleanser to try out. I tried the one that came with the Clarisonic, and I personally didn't like it. It didn't foam, and after you rinsed off the brush heads, it left the brush heads dirty with all of your makeup. The Olay Professional one has microbeads, so it's more like an exfoliant, and it does actually clean your brush heads afterwards. So I haven't used soap on these, but you can see that there's no discoloration from my makeup. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you the difference between the 2 cleansers. Obviously, if you have very sensitive skin, the Clarisonic cleanser is probably the best one to go with. It's very, very gentle. And the Olay one has micro exfoliating beads. My skin is a bit tougher, so I can use something like that. It's not going to irritate my skin. The next difference between these 2 systems is the brush heads. The one that comes with the Clarisonic is the sensitive skin, so it is very soft compared to the normal one. And there's a delicate one which is even softer. It only has 1 type of brush head, and it is a little bit more stiff bristled compared to the sensitive brush here, but I do like that better again because my skin feels thicker and this just feels like it's doing a better job. I can actually feel it on my skin. And I just also want to mention quickly, I have been using the Clarisonic Mia for 2 weeks on my arms, and I have a condition, I think it's called keratosis pilaris. It's basically like little chicken bumps on your skin. I used this one for 2 weeks on it in hoping that it would kind of clear up. I've heard miracles from other people before, but my skin doesn't feel any different whatsoever. Maybe it's because I'm using a soft brush head, but it hasn't done anything to improve it, nor has it done anything to worsen it. Anyways, the last point on my little chart is that the Clarisonic comes with a brush cap. It may not seem like a big deal, but if you're going to be traveling with this a lot, it is a good idea to have it because it is going to protect the bristles. The Olay doesn't, so you're going to have to pack it just a little bit more delicately, just so you're not going to misshape the bristles. So I like these two systems for very different reasons. I personally like the results that I got from the Olay Pro X because my skin did feel smoother and softer and I didn't break out through it. So result-wise, I would say 2 thumbs up for the Olay Pro X system. The only reason why I really like the Clarisonic is 1, because it's pink, 2, because it's completely waterproof, so I can take in the shower and bath and I don't have to worry about ruining the unit. And number 3, I like it because it's induction technology. That means I don't have to spend time taking off the cap and fumbling around trying to find batteries or making sure that I'm stocked on batteries. But those are the only 3 reasons why I like the Clarisonic. I'm not saying go out and buy the Olay brush system because I like it. Obviously, everyone's skin type is different, everyone has different homes and preferences. What works for me may not necessarily work for you. I do love that the price tag on this is so much cheaper than the Clarisonic. The one thing I can suggest to you, if you're still kind of deciding between the two, is to go out to your local Sephora, pick up the Clarisonic if you can afford it, and try it out for, say, 30 days. The nice thing about Sephora is if it breaks you out and the Clarisonic's really not living up to the hype for you like it did for me, you can still return that to Sephora as long as you keep a receipt. So that way you get a chance to try out the Clarisonic, see if you really love it, and if you really love it, then dish out the $150 or $180 for it. And if it doesn't work out, then simply return to Sephora, go to your Walmart, and pick up your Olay for 35 bucks. And another thing I want to mention between the brush heads for the systems, which is very important and I forgot, is that I recommend that you replace the brushes every 3 to 4 months depending on how grungy they are and how the bristles are looking. It really depends on how you take care of them. The brush head for the Clarisonic, each one runs $25 Canadian. If you buy it at Sephora, it's going to be marked up quite a bit, but you can buy it at places online for $25 even. So basically $25 every 3 months. I don't know how much the single Olay brush heads come for. I bought a 2-pack for $15. So I mean, also a huge price difference when you're replacing the brush heads. I thought I would mention that. So there it is. That is my full complete review on both systems. In case you missed it through all of my rambling, if I had to choose the systems for myself, which one I'm going to use and which one I really like all over again, I would definitely go with the Olay Pro X. Because number 1, it's cheap. Number 2, it works. So I hope you guys found that a little bit helpful. I'm sorry if this wasn't as thorough as you thought. It's just taken me so long to get this video out that if I postpone any longer to get it just perfect the way that I like it, this video is never going to get out. And since I'm here, I just want to show you these really cool earrings that I purchased on Etsy. And I'm just really loving them right now. So I just want to thank you guys for being patient, for waiting on this video from me. I also want to thank you so much for watching. As always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe. Post your questions below, send me a private message, and I will definitely respond to it as quick as I can. And I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.